It happened 3 summers ago in a quiet village where life usually slowed down with the heat. I had gone to visit my cousin, who lived near the edge of the forest. His house was old but charming, with creaking wooden floors and wide windows that opened to the thick, endless trees. At first, everything about the place felt peaceful. Days were spent laughing, eating homemade food, and wandering down dusty paths. But nights were a different story. The villagers whispered about the forest after dark. They warned never to step beyond the tree line once the sun dipped. I laughed it off, thinking it was just superstition. But my cousin's face would pale every time the topic came up. "It's not safe," he told me. "You'll understand soon enough." One night when sleep refused to come, I sat near the window, staring at the shadows of the forest. That's when I noticed something strange. Between the trees, a dim light flickered, as though someone were carrying a lantern deep inside. The light swayed back and forth, drawing me in like a moth to a flame. Against every warning I'd heard, I slipped out of the house, telling myself I'd only go a little way. The night air was thick with the smell of earth and damp leaves. Crickets chirped, but beneath their chorus was something else, a faint hum, low and unnatural. The lantern's glow seemed always just a little further ahead, pulling me deeper into the woods. My heart beat faster, but my curiosity pressed me onward. After what felt like an eternity, the trees opened into a small clearing. And there it was. Not a person holding a lantern, but a figure standing perfectly still in the center of the clearing, its face hidden beneath a hood. The light didn't come from a lamp, but from its hands, glowing faintly like embers. I froze, every instinct screaming at me to run. But before I could, the figure tilted its head, as though it knew I was there. Slowly, it raised one arm and pointed directly at me. The humming grew louder, filling my ears, until it drowned out every other sound. Panic shot through me. I stumbled backward, tripping over roots, and scrambled to my feet. The glow surged brighter, lighting the trees around us. And then, with a sound like air being sucked from the earth, the figure vanished. I thought I was safe, until the whispers began. They came from all directions, dozens of voices calling my name, hissing through the leaves. I ran as fast as I could, branches clawing at my arms and face. No matter how far I went, the voices followed, chasing me through the darkness. The path back seemed endless, twisting in ways it never had before. Finally, through the blur of fear, I saw my cousin's house. He was standing on the porch, lantern in hand, shouting for me. I burst from the forest, collapsing at his feet. He pulled me inside and slammed the door, his face pale and trembling. "You went into the forest," he whispered, his voice shaking. "Didn't you?" I could barely nod, my body still shivering uncontrollably. He bolted the window shut, muttering prayers under his breath. That entire night I heard it, the scratching at the walls, the whispers outside the glass, as if the forest itself had followed me home. The next morning, the villagers avoided my eyes. No one asked what had happened, but one old woman pressed a charm into my hand, a small wooden carving wrapped in red thread. "Keep it with you," she said. once they've seen you, they don't forget. I stayed only one more night in that house, too afraid to even look at the trees again. When I finally left the village, I thought the nightmare was over. But sometimes, even now, when I close my eyes, I hear it again. That low humming in the distance, reminding me that the forest is still waiting.